Now, Athletes Advantage in the day after.
So, thank you very much, Owen and Alon. For our next panel, we'll talk about the life after the career of an athlete. So, what happens to a professional athlete after he or she retires? So, for this subject, we have two great guests to have a fantastic panel. I'd like to welcome former Manchester United striker Louis Saha, who is also the founder and CEO of Access Stars. Louis, how are you?
Very good. Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure for us and a great honor. Kate Hamer, you're also with us. How are you doing?
I am good, thank you.
So the stage is yours. Let me and our whole audience know how a professional football player becomes a sports tech entrepreneur.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So I'm the co-founder and COO of Access Stars, but really I'm here in the capacity as an interviewer because I'm sure you'd all much rather hear from Louis. So Louis, tell us a bit about Access Stars.
So yes, it's a project that I have in heart in the way that I was lucky to be a professional athlete, and I've seen during my time that it was quite difficult to get the right people around and having understanding the difficulties of like certain organization and the stakeholders in general in the sport industry. I sacrificed a lot of time since I retired to build some concrete environment that provide safety in a way to build your network and working with the right service providers. So this environment is like trying to centralize pretty much like every tech, every information, every nice profile that can help you during your career to develop personally in such a way that everything is very modern. So it's a mobile app, making sure that you can control more your destiny in such a way. So this environment has been built with the collaboration as well with a lot of work from Kate that I'm being interviewed. So all this balance between corporate and sport entertainment, as we say. So the sport side, the athletes and the artists as well. So trying to find the right combination in how to interact with the business world. So it's very important to find the right formula, and then we are work a lot of years to make it very simple.
So when did you first know that you wanted to go into business post-playing career?
I think I didn't really know. I felt like it was some kind of like duty or some kind of like inspiration that I just wanted to help. I just wanted to be involved, share my experience, share my ideas and my opinion. I think I'm not shy into provide in some way some kind of ideas and ways to improve things, because it's not going to come from maybe the staff or the people in the industry themselves, unless the actual athletes, in terms of like welfare and in terms of like management, they really give their feedback. And then I think that was my role, and that's why I felt it was natural, not like just like oh yes, I just decided. I feel like everyone can see themselves like being a coach to help improve some younger players. But I felt like it was important that in terms of, as I said, management and all this was like, yeah, it was kind of natural. I felt like it was my mission in some way.
And how did you find that initial transition from the sort of last time you went into training and then the next day? What was that like?
Yeah, it was tough because I was, I think, sometimes you're passionate about sport in general, but I was more passionate about improvement, competition. All this was like very the reason why I work really hard every day. And straight away, you don't have the same routine. You don't have any opponents. You don't have any defenders in front of you. So you have to do your own stuff, having like your own program, let's say. So it was a tough transition in some way, but I felt really passionate straight away with my idea. I felt really in song with what I had in mind and vision wise. Spoke to 1,000 people, so make it even more relevant, and he helped me a lot. But yeah, you get lost. You're kind of like a master of like your life in sport, in your mind, and after 20 years, and you restart from scratch, not knowing how to build a business, not knowing how to actually what is an MBA, what is all those protection that you need to have in the first step in a business. So it's a big wake-up call, and at the same time you are tagged as an athlete. So it's not easy to be respected in this business world because you don't have the degrees like following all those years of working in the sport industry. So it was tough to make people realize that I was just not an athlete. So it was kind of tough, even if you can open a lot of doors.
And how have you addressed that in terms of people taking you seriously in business? What would be your tips for anyone following in your footsteps?
Yeah, the main things or the main strength is like I'm very positive anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think what I bring from the sport industry and all those years is like I take the critics as like an opportunity to improve. So whatever like people like trying to downplay me in some way, I was like saying, okay, I'm gonna prove them that I think I'm here for the right reason because I really want to help. I want to participate, whatever like is contribute only 10%. I'm out there, and so it was like really kind of like hard first, and then straight away I use it as I was doing in the sport, and you have to really partner with the right people, the people with the same energy or same vision in some way. Doesn't bring barriers and make you go forward or lift yourself when you will be down. All this was very, very important. So I think you should not take for granted anything that you've done in your life. So you have to wake up every day and use the memory of things for improving things in the future. So I think it was the thing I done.
And how have you been able to find the right people to partner with? What sort of approach have you taken for that?
Yeah, it's a bit where the overall project of Axistars is here. You have to really have like that kind of I would say like openness about things where we are accustomed to be in a bubble in the sport industry. You have like a lot of people working for you, making pretty much like 80 to 90% of the decision of your business or life or brand and all those things. So it's you have to really like take control of all this, make sure that you dig deep into problems sometimes, and like this you learn. So then you obviously have to partner with the right people at first. It takes time, so you have to digest the mistakes and you have to actually move forward. But yeah, you should like listen to your gut feelings. It does work. Sometimes it helps to improve things because you learn. So you have to accept, you're making mistakes, and that's part of the journey.
And what sort of places, in terms of like how you've connected with people and stuff, what have you been able to use? I suppose part of that illustrates why Axistars is needed, because it's not necessarily as straightforward, but how have you connected with people?
Yes, I had to go into a lot of congress or speak on, especially in the last 2 years with COVID, on Zoom, and I'm not afraid. I think available. I like to exchange because this is where you learn. It's for us, the concept of Axis Stars is about connecting to the right people. So you have to obviously talk to many people, understand what they want, understand their weaknesses, their strengths, and what they can bring and what we can innovate. I am very open-minded. I'm curious. I like the challenges. I feel like the people around me are complementary to me. I may not bring the organization part or the structure part as much as I want to, but this is where you team up and you find out that you can improve in everything. And sometimes you have to let people with their strength operate. And I felt like what I had as an athlete helped me a lot, because you tend to leave the strength to everybody in their position. And this is what I really like about the business aspect, because yes, I felt like what we're doing today make me as a founder or as a entrepreneur a way better guy, let's say, citizen, because I have to really open my mind and have that kind of empathy. Realize that I was not the only one, and so all this is like it's a beauty to be an entrepreneur and to be your own kind of let's say your own boss, because you have to wake up and make your own challenges and provide the results. So it's not easy.
So what if you were going back to the young Louis, what advice would you give him in terms of things that you would maybe have done differently if you were doing it again to prepare to then go into business?
I would definitely say that I've loved to prepare myself in terms of like personal development, be way more curious during my career. Having said that, sometimes it's hard because you have to focus on your own sport, and the dedication is very is crucial. So you have to find the right balance, but just be aware of like those weaknesses that are in our industry to make sure that I get the right tool in place. I think I wasn't aware, and only when I was like maybe 28 that I was starting to realize that. So I would have loved to be aware of all those things way before. 20 years old, I think it's the moment where you discover yourself. So it's a kind of a hard challenge for those guys. That's why we build Axis Stars, is try to provide some kind of guidance, tools of awareness, having the right kind of like foundation to operate better towards your future and near future, because 10 years in career or 10, 15 years is very, very sharp. So I would have loved to be more prepared and as well, challenging more the people that I have around. If they don't fit, I just like, no, it's my life. It's very important. I'm not here to make you smile or make you comfortable because you want that kind of control. So I will have challenged way more.
Okay. And obviously we're going through investment rounds and stuff at the moment with Axis Stars. What sort of things have you learned through that? Have there been experiences from your playing days that you've been able to use in this sort of process? What's been your learnings?
Yeah, it's been like really challenging. So obviously it's like, for me, it's a proper work. It was like a realization that all those things, organization, like preparation, business plans, marketing, like the organization of like the admin behind, it's enormous. And what I say that you have to have in mind that you should not give up. There is like so many challenges, so many moments where you will find that you have like waste your time and may have not seen any improvement. Whatever, like the investment part was the hardest in some aspect. I felt like it was important to really like believe in yourself, believe in your team, believe in your project and the vision. That was the real plus as an athlete, because yes, I think if you don't believe in yourself in sport, you change things and it doesn't work. It's not possible. You have to really be almost arrogant, and if you want to be really successful in something like extraordinary, you have to do as well the odd thing, have that kind of gut feelings to do the thing that people may think that it's impossible. You have still to believe in yourself. So I think that it was very important to be surrounded by the right people, and that's what it proved to be at the end. When we struggled a little bit at start of the investment process, I think we didn't face the right people. Now we face the right people. We have some kind of a success. So that's the main thing.
And what sort of things are you assessing the right people on, and when you're looking for what makes a good investor in a business?
I think authenticity in a way that you show weaknesses. I think the more you open yourself to people that are able to recognize that they are not the best on everything, and they have their flaws, and they can improve as well alongside you. It gives the benchmark, because everyone is a good seller saying, oh yes, my thing is best, and I'm going to be always there for you. And okay, assess the authenticity way more. The gut feelings will be strong on that, and obviously like all the projection and see how organized you are, it's always a plus. But yes, the assessment that I have now in terms of like talking to people, how open they are, and showing that they have like that eager to improve things. Not saying that they already arrived and they are the best in the world. No, nobody knows everything. So this is very important for me.
Great. So what do you think the next year looks like for Axis Stars?
I'm very confident. I'm buzzing from the last few months. Has been terrific in terms of like support, and I think it's what is needed. So we are out there, and we never give up, and we are inviting anyone to join the adventure, because there is so many things to improve, and the sport tech industry in itself has so many sectors, and we can definitely have a play on that. So I'm very excited.
Great. Thanks, everyone. If you want to find out more about Axis Stars, our website's axisstars.com, and all our social links are on there. Thank you.
Thank you.